All right, I'm back, and I finished shuffling and landing phase. We got this engineer here. It is a green. There is no green. So he will land, and I don't know if I want to make the same mistake twice. I don't know if I want to go here either. I'm going to make the same mistake twice. So let's do that. Let's move on. Purple. There is no purple. So these both land. Now this is a regimental HQ. So I'm going to land here, which gives free actions all around. And then this one can land with him. So we're going to get some serious hurt on. Another thing I could do is put him here, which then lets these tanks provide artillery. But then this tank and unit, it's 6 or 1/2 dozen, I think. I will give free actions to both of these guys. But I don't think I need it. I'm going to put the HQ unit there. And then this guy will go ahead and just land here. Okay, so that's good. Next one, green is empty. There is no green here. So these are both landing, and they're both HQs. This HQ is for sure going to land here, and that's what made me decide how to land the other one. By landing this one here, I still give free actions to him. I was worried about losing these guys, but see, this guy is going to give it to them. And then this one, we eventually want to pair up with some kind of infantry unit somewhere. And so I'm going to land him over here because these infantry units are more scattered, and they're not in range of this HQ unit. So I will do that. Now, ideally speaking, this HQ unit probably should have landed near over here because he could actually become a command post right away, and But I think I'm going to land him here because that's going to give me the next immediate benefit. And then what he'll do is after we do our action phase, he'll move, and then he can get to where we need to go. Okay, so last one. Green. There is no green, so we're good. But there is a drift left if it's a diamond, and there's no diamond. So no drift left here. Now I need to get this HQ crack-a-lackin', and I think I'm going to just put him right in the middle here, and just, everybody's going to get actions. I'll put the engineer there, and this engineer there. Not sure it wholly matters. I guess I'm susceptible to a blue attack there. Okay, so next we do the event phase, turn 5. Place 1 Japanese. We have not gotten, other than that hero, a single good event. So guess where the reinforcement's going? Right there. So green is now active, but with this HQ unit, that green is toast. Well, he might get the fire here because that event's gonna help him, but there's no green, but gold does fire, and it's an R action, and R is available. Gold is in its field of fire, and it's a resupply. It gets a depth marker if it has none, and then it fires. So this particular gold is going to hit 2 units. So that means the engineer unit takes a hit, and this one takes a catastrophic loss, K31. And both of these units are disrupted. So that hurts. Then purple happens. Oh, and look at this. Purple gets to shoot 2 things. He can't hit, well, no, these armors are in intense fire. So both armors take a hit. This armor is destroyed. That is not a catastrophic loss. This armor goes down to 1 step. And then the armor gets disrupted. The thing we needed to, oh. So that purple hurt us. This spot here, not sure if anybody knows, but that is pure white. So I'm assuming it's a half circle like that one, or checkered circle, or however you want to call it. That's the reason why I went after the tanks instead of this. So I've been meaning to look that up, but I was hoping one of you would have already told me by now. And of course, you guys are all slackers. So there you have it. No, thank you all so much. So moving on though, this purple is going to hit us. Remember, we were debating whether or not to use an event. So he's going after the most steps, and then he's going after the closest. So we do get another catastrophic loss. B17. We are now at 6 catastrophic losses out of the 10. I still think we're doing fine. I mean, we're doing a lot worse than we were with just 2, but I think 2 was quite miraculous. And of course, I don't remember my, but then, oh, come on. All right, it was B17. And that guy is disrupted. But the tank technically is not. All right, so this game is just about surviving until these HQs land. We just landed these HQs, and these beach hexes are going to get just disrupted. I mean, we now have so many units that are going to get actions now. It's not even funny. So last but not least is blue here. And you can see this blue is going to lose his disruption. That's not going to do him any good because he's going to get redisrupted. But this blue does fire, and it is a diamond, and we just got another catastrophic loss. So that part's unfortunate. And we are at 7 catastrophic losses out of the 10 needed to lose the game. All right, so now we got to do our tank check, which we should have done a long time ago. But so gold, there are 2 tanks at gold right now, and they do go a step beyond, but you can see here that we're not hitting anybody, right? So this tank is going to move 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, like that. And I think somebody made a comment that he was supposed to move this way, but I don't know how. I mean, from here, this is the only way to go. Now this one, same deal. He's shooting from the same yellow area, but all he's doing is moving up 1 space because that's all that's available for him to go to. Now purple is the same deal. He can't hit anybody, so he'll move there because that's at least a little bit closer. And then blue, this tank is actually moving. Everybody's moving. So that is interesting. All 4 tanks activated that time. Okay, we are on turn 5, so there is another event. I'm reading it, and I'm sorry I paused. I need to look this up. So does this help me? It doesn't do diddly for me. So yeah, I can put the smoke out, but then it goes away at the end of the turn. So it does me no good. I mean, I guess it's better than them getting reinforced, but it wasn't a good event for us. Okay, so it's now time to do stuff. So we are disrupted here, but this HQ is giving bonuses to everybody. This one is not getting a bonus, so he might be one of our actions. This one's disrupted. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply do a move and initiate close combat with these two units. These two, along with this tank, which is not disrupted, we're going to attack this. And so it's a mortar and a flank. Okay, so we don't have the flank. So we do have the mortar though, and even with him being doubled, he is disrupted, which is good enough for now. These guys are getting torn apart by this blue. They're getting torn apart by blue, and I would love to reveal this blue. So what I'm going to try to do, which might be too little too late, I am going to try charging, if anything, to get into this spot and harass blue. This tank here could barrage something, but there's nothing to barrage. That one's already disrupted. So bear that in mind, that this tank can't really do much. So what I will do is just at least I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to leave it with the headquarters for now. This engineer and this unit can both move, but where do we want to move to is always the million-dollar question. By moving here, we're in the intense fire for purple, but I'm okay with that. I think this tank is really going to stay here, but then the question is am I going to move my HQ? And I will move my HQ to here. So let's get rid of this disruption marker. And then this tank actually will move one over. And we're going to get rid of this disruption marker. And I don't believe I've used any actions yet. So moving on. These units could try to do something, but there's no reason to. This one, we're going to make a break for it. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. We're going for it. We're gunning. Let's see if we get burned like we did last time. This one will move forward and just claim that infantry so we can move them. I still have 2 actions, so I might move this guy. We'll see. I'm holding reservation there. This guy gets to go for free, and he has 7 strength. This guy does get doubled. So we're going to attack with this entire stack and the 7, but not the 5 below it. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And this tank is joining the attack, because this tank is going to help that attack. All right, so this tank is joining. So there we go. We need... Oh, I didn't think of it properly, did I? I needed to do that. Okay, so we met the bazooka. This is an 8 strength unit, and we have 5, 6, 7, and 7 is 14, 15, 16, 17. So by having all these units involved, we definitely had the bazooka, but we don't have the flank. But we disrupted him. That's the important thing. I saved this 5 because he gets a free action from I was planning on moving in. That's what I was hoping to do. So now we move to this guy, and yes, I am going to use an action. These 2 are attacking here, and this one, with the help of this HQ, is attacking there. So we do have the flank, and trust me, we have the bazooka. This thing is annihilated beyond all recognition. And we do have a free action with this guy because of an HQ. No, we don't. We don't. So I have this guy over here who can move. So he will just go 1, 2 over and claim the red spot. So we have red. And now we got this situation. What did I say? We're going to attack with these 2 here. which is 9. And then this 8 is going to join them. And then we have this tank here. So the tank is going to provide the artillery. This HQ provides the flamethrower. And then the demolitions is provided by this guy, or, oh, actually this guy doesn't. This one's the only one that has demolitions. So we have everything, and we more than double him. So he's gonna lose his depth marker. Ooh, I think he's completely destroyed. I'm pretty sure he's completely destroyed. If you have at least double and it's turn 5 or more, then the depth marker is eliminated and the unit's defeated. So we completely destroyed blue. This guy has communication. He can trace communication this way. So he does go back into the reserve pool, which is crappy because he's a stronger guy. And then this guy just loses his disruption. And I thought there was a depth marker. Oh, here we go. Depth marker is out of the game. Okay, so we took it out. I still have an action left. I used everybody, but my HQ itself is going to move forward into this spot. Brown and purple can fire on here, so this is actually not a good spot to move to. So maybe we're going to move... Yeah, he's just going to stay where he is for now. So yes, blue is vulnerable to get reinforcements. I still have one action left, but I think I'm going to be doing something over here. I have a stacking limit issue, but this HQ can get out of dodge, and these two guys can get out of dodge too. And I think the action is going to be these two guys are going to do something. Now, they're near dead, and I can increase my catastrophic losses by charging them into something. But I think that's what I'm going to do, to be quite honest. We need to destroy stuff. So now the question is with this guy, I can attack here and at least reveal it, but then he'll get disrupted, and then we have a situation where I'm violating stacking limits. So I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm banking on the fact that these guys are going to, that one of them is going to die. So we're going to initiate close combat with Brown. So they'll move in, and then this guy will get to there. You know what? I don't have to be so bold. I could just... No, I can't move here because that's an intense fire. Yeah, I'm going to just do that. Because this guy has the mortar necessary to destroy this. It's a weird move, but I think I'm going to do that. And then that means nobody else gets to take an action because I used both of my actions. So let's go back and re-look at the situation. We have a close combat here. All right, so kind of look at the unit. One for being Japanese, and then one for the close combat, and one for jungle. And then we get 4 pipsqueaks. And then a 5th one because of a flamethrower. And it's brown. They go first. They miss. We miss. They miss. We hit, and he's dead. So no losses for us. And let me turn it so you can see. No losses for us. This is eliminated from the game because it was a close combat loss. And we're sitting fat and happy right here in brown. Okay, so that was a very good success. Now, obviously, we can get hit by purple here. Purple is like a menace in the beginning of the game. Now, coming over to here, this disrupted marker is removed. So here's our situation. We already know what they have. They're quite powerful, but they're at least already disrupted. So they're going to get 2 for being Japanese. They're going to get 1 for the CC, 1 for the jungle, and 1 for 4. So they're basically a max strength close combat unit, and we're going to get 3, and that's it. They go first. It is brown, and they hit us. So I'm going to take the catastrophic loss so we don't have to worry about anything there. And of course, they make us, oh, you can't see what we're seeing. They hit us, and then we lost a card, and it was a brown card. We go, and we have a brown card. So we took out his depth marker out of the game, and then we made him lose a card. And then now he goes, and he has a brown, so we take a hit, and we lose our last card because of that. So we're withdrawing, so that means he just draws 1 more. That was another hit, by the way. We would have won this battle. And he's hitting us, so he actually eliminated us completely. So that was not quite the outcome I was expecting. But he does remain disrupted and significantly weaker because he just lost 2 cards. He lost his CC symbol and he lost his depth marker. But watch, the next event will just give it right back to him anyways. We actually have 9 catastrophic losses. So I teetered with destiny here by doing what I just did. And this is still a huge problem for us. So I need to get cracking. All right, that's the end of our turn. The 9 catastrophic losses is a little alarming, but we are moving on, and it's now 12 is the limit. And really the threat is purple. And then of course these tanks. These tanks are going to start becoming a threat too. But purple is our big threat right now. And I'm not going to shuffle. I think we're good. So we are now doing the landing phase, but there's nothing to land. There is 1 unit that's going to be landing next turn, and it is landing on White Beach. So I'm going to land on White 1. And I probably should land on White 2 just because White 1 is going to potentially get damaged. Yeah, I'm going to land on White 2, so that way we don't take damage from the landing. Okay, event, turn 6. Place a fortification in Japanese occupied coral position. Ooh, I've never had that one before. I don't even know what the hell fortification does. So the marker goes face down. It's never flipped over in invasion scenarios. A Japanese unit with a fortification marker has an additional weapon requirement of artillery. Disregard the front side of the marker. Disregard this event if no Japanese unit occupies a coral. Well, there's definitely a coral position. So I think what it's saying is we don't use this side because this is used for Bloody Nose Ridge. We don't use this side, which is used for Bloody Nose Ridge. We just use this side, and it requires an artillery now, in addition to anything else. And unfortunately, the coral position is the exact thing I was telling you about. It's this purple. So now this purple requires artillery to be taken out. And I have no idea what close combat does with fortifications. Can you just not even... Is fortification considered a depth marker? The rules say nothing about what fortifications do to... Like, how do I get rid of a fortification in close combat? Yeah, that's weird. fortifications are not really mentioned much. I think they're only in the Bloody Nose Ridge. I can't even find fortification. Oh, here we go. There's mountain fortified positions. Page 36. This is all under the Bloody Nose Ridge scenario. Okay, it says that, now mind you, this is Bloody Nose Ridge rulebook, which is the only place fortifications is talked about. It says that if you occupy the position, you destroy it. So as soon as the U.S. forces take it, the fortification is destroyed. So I'm going to assume that for close combat it does nothing, and it's just something that once we take it, it gets destroyed. But for now, per the event text, this counts as an artillery requirement, so we know we need to have a tank or something providing artillery in order to be able to meet all the weapons requirements for that space. So we are still, other than a hero and maybe some smoke, we're still dealing with awful event cards. I would really like this counterattack thing to happen because that was actually a nice way to get rid of these tanks. Right now the tanks are getting a little scary. Okay, so it's Japanese attack time. And here we go. And what did we get? Of course, we got purple. Why would we get anything else? We get purple. So purple is going to do an R action, which is, if we are in their range, it's just a resupply. So it will get a depth marker. It already has one, so we don't have to worry about that. But it does fire. And he's firing on 2 units. And so right here, there's 2 units right next to him. So this one gets reduced to 1, and this one gets destroyed. This is an engineering, so it doesn't count towards our catastrophic loss. But that one is disrupted. Yet again. All right, so that was purple. Now this purple over here, all he does is lose his disruption marker. And this purple is within 3 spaces, so we need to read what it says. If no U.S. units are in the field of fire, he redeploys to a position 3 hexes closer and then fires. There's no, 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. And now he fires. So this guy takes a hit. Oh, come on. Hey, I just realized something. They didn't draw red. Yes. But there are at least some things working out in our way. Okay, there is a tank at purple. This tank needs to advance, but there's nowhere to advance to, so he's going to sit tight. I know he swaps places with infantry, but I don't think he would swap places with another tank. I don't see any value of that at all. And now we go to green. The A attack is not available. So this green is just going to lose his disruption marker. And the same with this green. He just loses his disruption marker. But there's no actual attack from green, which is good. And over there, this green doesn't do anything. There's no action yet for them to do because we ignore A. Now, there's no tank on green either. So green did nothing for us. And then brown happens. So this brown will lose his disruption marker. That brown is conquered. And there's no tank on brown. So we're actually okay. Other than these two taking a hit, we survived this pretty well. I'm okay with that. All right, so now we only get 2 actions. folks. So let's make them count. This HQ unit is providing all kinds of love. This needs a mortar and a flank. So what we're going to do is this guy is going to continue charging towards blue. He gets a free action, so that's a move for him. This one and these two will satisfy the flank. Oh no. Oh, and the mortar. The mortar's on him. So this guy is eliminated. So that was easy peasy. And we do have units here. So this unit and this unit could get free moves, and we have barrages we can do. We have all kinds of stuff we can do. But what I'm going to do here is this one's going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to take purple before they can do anything. We're going to take red before they can do anything. I need to back up. I have a command post phase. This guy cannot become a command post. This guy cannot become a command post. This guy, I think, can. I don't control blue. I think I have to control blue in order to become a command post. Yeah, I do. So I can't become a command post with anybody yet. So never mind. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest, but don't you cry no more. Okay, so I'm going to move this tank to there. That's a free move. I'm going to move this infantry to there. Free move. And then this tank, remember these are intense fire, so this tank can only go one space that direction. So I think he's going to just sit tight. Now I have more moves here, and I think what I'm going to do, my strategy with blue here is I'm going to bull rush them. So now that we took purple out, these two are going to bull rush. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 like that. And so if we do draw a blue, he's going to hit somebody, but good luck, because we're making sure that he can't hit much. And actually, this HQ, I'm going to nudge him forward, because that's where I'm going to make my command post. It's right there. And so that means this tank will move forward because I want to benefit from the command post. Now this guy here can't do anything, but this hero can. So what do we want to do? It's a very good question. What do we want to do? I don't think I want to just charge head in towards these intense fire zones, but it's sort of like the only thing you really get to do. Well, the hero for sure is going to go 1, 2, 3 and sit with the HQ unit. That is not a stacking issue. The HQ and the hero don't count towards stacking. These units can't do anything, but this one can. So he's going to attack, and then I got to decide if I'm going to spend an action for somebody to attack with him. So I'm going to hold on there. This one can attack. The HQ unit is back here. I should have last turn moved him up. I forgot. By moving him up, I would have gotten all kinds of free actions going here. This guy can for sure attack. But remember, we need 16 just to... so one action is going to be here. These two units are going to join in, and we're going to meet the flanking and the bazooka requirements. We don't meet the communication requirements, so he's going to end up back in a reserve pool, but a part of me doesn't really care. So I'm going to eliminate him, and then this tank is going to move up and take the spot. The HQ is going to move up and take the spot, and then we're going to make a command post there next turn. So that was everybody, but this guy can still go. And I think I need to be careful because these yellow tanks can shoot really far. But I think I want to go here for now. This was an action taken. These two get free actions, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3 like that. This one does not get free actions. These ones do, and I think we're going to bull rush purple. That's our only other hope. This guy can barrage, so that's a good thing, and it's a free action. So let's barrage. We're going to barrage brown. He's only strength 2, and we didn't get it. So I could try to barrage with my other action using this tank right here. I can try to barrage. What else do I got? This guy can move. This guy can move. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. I know he's in the firing range of these tanks. 1, 2, 3. We're bull rushing. This guy gets free action. So he's going to move to there. Bull rushing. This HQ unit is going to move to there. And so I do have, this guy he's going to attack him and he'll actually eliminate him all by himself. So even if this is doubled, we have it eliminated because we have a mortar. And so we took out green. This tank here, I'm going to use my other action for this tank to barrage brown again. So let's see if we can get brown pacified over here. And we do have the triangle. So let's, we got to check this now. With a barrage strength of 3, okay, so it's a strength 3. We match the target symbol only. Nothing happens. Yeah, that's awful. I needed the color. Okay, well, we failed the barrage brown in that situation. That concludes turn 6. So let's move to turn 7. We are at catastrophic loss of 14 now available. We're still at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that gives us some breathing room. Although you can get 5 or 6 all at once pretty easily. I don't think there was any close combat I had initiated last turn. This guy loses his disruption. Oh, back to here. I don't have another action available, so I will just attack with this. And so it is a close combat requirement, but I more than meet the... So he's disrupted. So now the other thing is with this purple, he's on coral. So when you're on coral, both this and the depth marker are doubled. So whatever his strength is doubled for both. Coral is pretty badass. And they also get an extra card in close combat. So that purple is formidable. Quite challenging. These tanks are going to be challenging too. They're coming. We actually want to get that event that makes them go in counterattack mode. That's actually quite the sweet event. It's sort of like the Japanese get angry and so they start acting irrational. Sort of like the way people are with Trump. But that's the way I, so basically it's the Trump event. That's what we're going to call it from here on out. It's the Trump event because everybody just goes batshit and doesn't even think anymore. They just charge. And so that's what we're going to do. Or that's what they're going to do. So we're at the start of the round. This guy needs to land. And I drew a card because it is drift right for circle. He doesn't drift right, he just lands. And he's out of range for any HQ unit at the moment, but I'll land him here. I really should have put him on this side like I originally planned. But that's okay. Actually, purple might have lit him up, but we drew the right color, our card. Okay, now it's the event. Turn 7. And he gets another reinforcement unit. So this actually, this hurts us. It hurts us a lot. That reinforcement unit's going to go right there. Thankfully, they don't get depth markers, but blue just got really powerful over there. So now Japanese get to... blue and purple would be very bad draws at this point. And we at least got the blue, I guess. This gold isn't going to be very helpful either. It's an M. I think this is just a machine gun, which means that he's going to hit anywhere that's next to an intense fire. But anyways, the machine gun, it's a diamond. This tank is immune to the machine gun fire. And there's no diamond here. I think we're okay. I think we survived that one. That gold has like weird angles. It doesn't really get to... And the machine gun, when you really get far out on the range, all it does is disrupt you. If the position is firing with machine guns, units and hexes that have no fire dots, but are adjacent to hexes with intense fire dots. And then, of course, there's a chart that you have to follow. It doesn't mean they necessarily get hit. So, for example, this would be one of them. There's a fire dot here, but there's no fire dot for orange here. So this would be subject to machine gun fire, but he's a headquarters, so he doesn't get hit anyways. These two already have orange dots, so they're not subject to it. And these are the only other, I mean, he machine guns out here, but good luck. I mean, he's just hitting squirrels or iguanas, I guess, out there. So orange doesn't do anything there, but this orange does. He is going to do a mortar shot. So he hits diamond. And I'm just looking to see if we have any diamonds here. We don't. 1, 2. Well, he shoots how far away? 4 hexes. He hits units. And I don't know if he hits tanks, because we actually have a tank in his range. I think they do. Okay, so it says you hit the one with the most steps. And then if steps are equal, we get to choose. And it says armor is eligible to be hit. It's considered to be a steady fire for purposes, but you can hit armor. Okay, so we have 2 candidates here. We have this armor and this 1, 2, 3, 4 would be this engineer. And we have to take out 1. So I think I'm going to take out the armor. I don't really find them all that useful in this game, especially when they've been damaged. So that does make brown available, but we're okay. And then this one over here is not within range, so he doesn't activate. He needs to be within 3 of a US unit. But we're not done. Now these tanks are having fun. And it's a diamond, and so guess which stupid guy like me put a diamond out here? So the tanks just hit him. Doesn't matter which one. And then they shoot one further, so this guy is under fire, but they don't hit us here. So we're okay. This guy, though, did take the hit from the tanks. And arguably speaking, one tank did the hit and the other tank would try to advance because there was nobody for him to hit, but there's nowhere to advance to. This spot is taken. Now we move on to blue, and what's funny is now this one has nowhere to hit, although actually this one is range, but he can't hit him, so he's going to... Oh, this is actually really tricky. If US units are in field of fire, it fires. It may hit armor. May hit leader if there's a star. If no US units in field of fire, it advances. So technically speaking, none of these advance because this unit is in field of fire of all 3 of them. So they all sit tight, and this does not advance to there. So actually that might have been a blessing letting him go out there and take some shots. Interesting. Now, just remember, the tanks do hit this spot, so if we ever get a circle in the future, this guy also gets hit from those tanks. This guy gets hit from the tanks, and there's a diamond there. No! No! So he goes down. All right, that hurts. All right, blue, reinforce. You suck. So, blue reinforce. I am pissed beyond pissed. They both get depth markers. No, they don't. This is a position group. Only one of them gets a depth marker. And then they fire. And we got intense fire, and because he got the depth marker, they're now hitting 3. I mean, we went from this at the end of our last turn to this, and now they're firing. That is just effing baloney beyond baloney. This becomes a catastrophic loss. And then this takes a hit. And this takes a hit. So that's our situation there. They just reamed us. And then this guy up here fires, but we've already been hit because we're in the blue field of fire here, so nothing happens there. But he gets a depth marker. The resupply action or whatever nonsense that is. Then brown goes. This is a bad action phase for us, by the way. Brown goes, and we get hit again. Because this guy. And actually, nobody here got hit. So that's interesting. But brown takes out somebody from the intense fire zone. And it would be this one. Or this one. Oh gosh, it's that one. It's whoever has the most steps. So it's definitely that one. But he's revealed, so we don't get disrupted. So that part's good. Okay, that was a crappy man dropped watch in toilet, and we had a crappy time there. There's no doubt about that one. Okay, so now we do another event and get hammered even more. Yes, of course, add a depth marker to one Japanese. Yes, sir. After all, this game wasn't hard enough as it was. Let's add a depth marker to the unit right there. Why wouldn't we? Because it needs to be tough. This game's too easy for you wimps. You guys are all wimps. It's way too easy. All right. It's HQ phase. This guy cannot become a command post. This guy will. So we're going to become a command post here. And 7-1 is now at range 1. And it goes there. This guy is becoming a command post. And that's 5-1. And they both currently just have 1 range. But it will get better. Garrison immediately goes here on this purple spot. And a garrison goes here on this green spot. Okay, action time. Our HQ is not giving a free action to him, but these two, they are. I can, with these two, at least reveal this guy and attack. I can also attack with him because I'm next to an HQ. And then I think my engineer is going to charge forward. I don't think I'm going to reveal this yet unless I have another action, and I would reveal it with him because who cares if he gets disrupted, right? So I'm going to attack this one with this, this, and this. So we reeled 1, and this guy provided the MG, and we actually had double. That was very successful. We eliminated him. So we got rid of 1. Good, good, good. Then this guy back here, see, we got to be careful because it's still an intense fire because of this punk. I can't just, move in. That's what I'm trying to say. But what I will do is I'm going to go 1. You only move 1. So we're going to move 1 to there. And this one will go and take that spot. For now. This guy gets a free move. And unfortunately, I think I need to go this way. They need the help. And so we're going to bull rush blue again. I don't know how good that's going to work out for us, but that's what we got to do. Going to here, this one needs close combat, and we have a free action with these units, so he's going to go in for the kill. So moving on, we got this goofy situation. So I'm actually going to move forward with my HQ, that strategy we talked about. I'm going to send the HQ up alone. And in here, I am not going to send the HQ up alone because we have a good opportunity to get him. So I'm going to just move 1 step forward. Here, we do have some moves because an HQ gives us moves here. One, 2, 3, like so. And this one still gets moves too, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I just, these tanks, I just don't want to go near them. And so these, I do get a free move with these, but I don't know what to do with them. These guys don't get a free move. Neither does he. Neither does he. These ones do. So we have a lot of stuff with free stuff going on here. So this guy is just a pain in the butt. I can try to barrage him, but I don't know how successful that's going to be. I can spend an action to barrage with this guy. I'm going to try the... Nope. I'm going to barrage with this guy. I'll spend one of my actions to do that. Because barrage is important. We're going to try to barrage this brown. And of course we fail. I need him to go down. So this is a free attack. Free attack. Free attack. This tank is going to join in on the attack. It can't. Oh no. I have to spend my other action on this tank. Oh, that was really dumb of me. And then these two will join in on the attack, just to add 14 more. Actually, one of them will. The other one won't. So let's see what we got. Of course, it's close combat. All right, but he's at least disrupted. So then the other one here, who didn't participate in the attack, that is Intense Brown. I can only move one space. I'm going to just stay where... No, I'll move him up here. This one... If I try to close combat, I could take damage. I mean, I don't necessarily want to ruin my HQs. I already used my action, so he can't do anything. That barrage attempt that failed just upsets me. I would have spent my action to reveal this one, because then I could have barraged with this tank. Not necessarily this turn, but in some future turn. This tank here does get a move, the tank that's on green here. So I am moving him in. 1, 2, 3, so he can get a free action next turn. So what am I going to do with this HQ? I can sacrifice him in a close combat to disrupt this guy. I mean, even if I move him up to take this green, then I make purple susceptible for somebody to come in and reinforce. So it's not like it helps me any. So angry about this. I mean, I want to disrupt this so badly. But I know if I attack with him, he only has 2 steps. He's going to get 2 cards, 1 for the jungle for 3, and then he's easily going to have 4 strength for 4. 4 cards against my 3 cards. It's not good odds. I mean, I could try to do this, which means I can maybe claim this for a freebie, or even work my way this way to get him revealed. That's actually not a bad idea. All right, I'll move him there, but now I leave both of these open to be reinforced. But that's what I'm going to do. I don't like it, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're moving on to turn 8, and my apologies. Oh, the HQ phase didn't happen yet. So there is no HQ phase. So no harm, no foul. It's just that this isn't going to move up. HQ phase starts right now on turn 8. So technically this didn't happen, and that garrison below it didn't happen. But don't worry. the HQ unit, whether it was this side or this side, they behave exactly the same last turn. It just means that when we get to the headquarter phase, I don't move this up. We're gonna, from a rules perspective, these didn't become command posts until this turn. We're just going to start. So my apologies there. All right, this guy is landing on white. So I will land him on white too. And nothing happens. He drifts left if he was a triangle. He's not going to. So he lands there. Okay, then we do an event. We are on turn 8. And let's get a good event. So we get place a hero marker. Okay, that's at least something, and then they get a depth marker. So who gets the depth marker? Oh, we forgot to resolve close combat. So we got to do that. Who's getting a depth marker? It's going to be... It'll be this guy if he survives. If not, it's going to be green. So we got to do this close combat. I forgot to resolve. So he's getting 1 for jungle, 1 for being Japanese, and 1 CC. We get 4 pipsqueaks and a flamethrower. And it's gold. So gold, of course he hits, and he gets a reinforce. And he gets a depth marker. Jesus. So we take a step loss with a heavy infantry. That hurts. And we lose our top card. Now we go, and of course we don't hit. Oh, come on. Absolutely. Come on. I'm going to take a step loss with my HQ unit. And we lose a card. We go. He goes. Sorry, I'm regaining my composure. I don't like close combat. This guy went from being a strength 1 unit all by himself to being reinforced with a depth marker and taking out an entire squad. We just got a catastrophic loss. And we lost our last card, so now we're retreating. And there's another effing hit. We went from being full strength, heavy infantry, full strength unit, and a full strength HQ infantry to 1 pip each from that. And then he reinforced with a depth marker and took no damage at all. Okay, so to answer the event question, the depth marker goes here, and we get a useless hero, because heroes are useless in this game. They were helpful in other games, but they're useless in this one. Put the hero here. I don't know. This game's all of a sudden turning on a dime. We were doing great, and now we're plummeting. We made it to turn 11 last time, and I think we're going to lose on turn 11 again. I really, I'm demoralized from that. Okay, so they get to go. It's a red, and it can hit leaders. Thankfully, there's not a red on the map that can shoot at us. So good job there. Then it's blue, and it's A, which is not an action they get to do. But this blue gets to pound the crap out of us. So he does 2 hits. 1, 2, and then they're disrupted. I may have forgotten to disrupt them last turn, so my apologies if I did. Not that it mattered. This tank goes. So he's going to fire. He's in firing range, so the tank will not move. He's sort of like keeping the tanks from coming up, but it's a triangle. And you can see here that that's just steady fire, and this is not a triangle, so we don't get hit. And then brown goes, which is the one I really desperately wanted to disrupt. And he goes and he hits 2 units. And he has an R, which meant he would have gotten a depth marker. So this unit's destroyed. We got another catastrophic loss. We're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 16. And then this is a steady fire brown. So we get another catastrophic loss. And I may have forgot this last turn as well, but he gets disrupted. The HQ is not disrupted. And this is just demoralizing. So the brown doesn't do anything anywhere else. So at least that's something. So now another event card is coming. And I don't know if I can handle it. It's already been bad enough. Place a fortification. Okay, we got another one of those. So the next coral unit I see are these guys over here. And you know what? I am so angry at this game. I'm going to throw it all the way as far away as possible so I never have to deal with it. Oh, the rules say it has to be the closest one. Damn it. So that would be 1, 2, 3. We'll make it that one. So yay us. We are zipping this game. Okay, so now we make our command posts, and that would of course made the garrisons. So my apologies, I was 1 turn too quick on that. So I am not moving this at all. This would have just happened now. So now it's our action time, and we got to get blue revealed. So we are going to attack blue with these 2 crappy units, and that's all I can do. I'm just attacking blue with those 2 crappy units, and let's get it revealed. So we reveal it, and it's a close combat 2. He's in a jungle, so it becomes 4, and we only have 3. So our attack strength is less, and it's an unrevealed depth marker. The US attackers are disrupted, which we knew would happen, and that's okay. So we disrupted both of our guys. This one would lose his disruption. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to barrage him with this tank. So we need blue. And of course we don't get blue. Oh, come on. So let's say we disrupted him. Then I would have easily cakewalked right into here and taken that blue spot. Now we're in their intense field of fire and we can't do anything. I can't move this unit. In fact, actually, this is a problem I can't have gone here anyways. So this would have been an overstacking problem. So I got to move this right now. So I'm going to move it here. And last turn, these guys did not attack. They moved from somewhere. So I just made an invalid move. So if you'll forgive me, I'm just going to put them there. Done. No harm, no foul. This guy will move in. This guy, both of these guys are going to attack. Yeah. So it needs demolitions, and it's a 4 strength. We have 10 strength, and we have demolitions. But this is bad, because now we're going to reveal the depth and probably get busted. Oh, it's a flamethrower. We have it. So this is 5 strength, and we have 10. Oh my gosh! We destroyed them. Okay, something at least worked out in our favor. Depth marker is gone. We actually destroyed green. So we no longer have heavy intense fire on the green side here. This guy is a huge problem. And I'm going to use an action, I think, to close combat him. And this HQ unit will join him. This one gets a free action because of the HQ unit that was with him, so he'll go 1, 2, 3. But that's about all he can do. This guy, I think we're going to claim purple while we can, and this guy is going to claim green while he can. This one is going to suicide run and attack blue because we're taking advantage of the fact that blue can't hit him. And so it requires a flank, and he does get doubled. We don't match the double. We get disrupted, which is fine. So now he's revealed, so we at least can barrage him or whatever if we ever get the chance. So I used 1 attack marker, I believe. We have, these guys can do something, I just don't know what. We have 2 empty spots here that are making me nervous. This guy is actually doing amazing. So which one do I do first? Do I go and take red, or do I go and... I think I'm going to go up here and reveal him. So I'm just taking advantage of the fact that these HQ units can't get hit. This one is disrupted. So we're going to charge with... He'll help because he gives him a free card. These guys all get moves, and unfortunately, I can't do anything because this brown is going to stop them. So what I can do is give him an action, and he will go 1. I can go 1, 2 and take the purple. And I think I'm going to do that because this purple is coral. So if they ever muster this one, they're getting a depth marker, and coral is awful. So I will do that. This guy gets a free. So we're going to go 1, 2. And we are subject to both orange and brown. I don't like that at all. This one will go up to here, and we'll slow down the tanks again. This one can move. And this is an intense brown, right? So he'll move 1 space into the intense brown area. This disrupted marker goes away. And these 2 here will move into there. All right, so this guy is going to barrage brown. And we finally did it. We barraged brown. So brown is disrupted, and I should have done that from the start because now it changes my movement for everybody. So this guy was here, he can move there, and then this guy that was here can go 1. Oh, he can only go 2 because see, that's intense fire still for orange. So he does have to stop. The only people that, oh, this guy can do it. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Just skirted right around him. And so we took all the spots. This HQ unit is a little rusty, but I think I'm going to keep him where he is. And yeah, we just bull rushed him. This one is doing my new strategy to get him revealed, so we can barrage that maybe in a future turn. I did not use my other action, I don't think, and my other action is I'm going to get this tank with the other tank. So now I got 2 barrages. So that's what my other action is going to be. And that's it. I'm removing a disruption off camera here. Okay, so looks like we got 2 close combats going on. One against Miracle Max, and the other one against Slimy Sam. All right, let's do Miracle Max first. The Japanese, they are disrupted. We reveal their depth marker. It's a flank. All right, so they're going to get 2 for being Japanese, and 1 for the CC, and 1 for the jungle. We get 4 pipsqueaks, and then 1 for the flamethrower. They go first. It's gold. Of course. Another catastrophic loss, L35. So we lose our top card, which was a hit. And of course we don't get a hit now. Okay, Miracle Max is pissing me off. Okay, they go and they get a hit. We go. Okay, we finally hit. So he loses the depth marker. He loses his top card, which was going to be another hit. Oh, so they go, and it's another hit. Oh my gosh. We have another catastrophic loss. We're at 15 catastrophic losses out of 16. And because we took a hit, lose our last card, which would have been another hit. So Miracle Max survives the battle yet again, and we have lost 2 full-strength infantry units, and we are left with an HQ unit that has 1 pip. There's just no words to describe this game. We reveal their depth marker, and of course it's a CC unit. Why would it not be? I mean, if it had anything else, it would have made this game too easy. So 2 for the Japanese, 2 for the CC markers, and 1 for the coral. 4 for the pipsqueaks, and 1 for the flamethrower, and it's purple. And guess what? They're going to go first and hit us, and every time they hit us, we're going to lose our purple card. And then when we go, we won't have a purple card. Isn't that like the script? Okay. Okay, thank you. I might have flipped my very heavy table if that thing was purple. All right, let's go. Thank you. We took out the depth marker. And we caused them to lose a card. Thank you. All right, so now they go. And they get heroism, which means they gain a card and we lose a card. And we take a hit. So we go down. Now we go. And he's destroyed. So screw him and his extra cards. And that one's out of the game. So we do take it and the fortification marker is destroyed. And we finally took the coral. So purple is ours finally. So we have 15 catastrophic losses out of the 16 needed to lose the game. That was insanely close, folks. We're not out of the woods. And like I said, I feel like we hit a turning point in this game where we're starting to lose now. And some stuff needs to start going our way. I mean, look at this situation here. He has completely eliminated all my units that were around him. It is insane what he's been able to do. Miracle Max. That's what he is. I need to... since it's a Japanese unit, that's Miracle Miyogi right there. Miracle Miyogi just took us out. He's got so many medals hanging off of his chest that, you know, he actually has hip problems from, and then his back is, you know, not aligned properly. He needs to see a chiropractor because those medals are so heavy and they're just dragging him down. He's like a woman with big boobs. He's got giant medals just hanging him down. And they drag along the ground and get caught up on rocks and brush whenever he's walking by. That's what's happening to Miracle Miyogi right there. So we move on to turn 9. The A action is now available. So everybody in Canada cheers because the A action is available. I don't know if you know this, but Canada is actually just CND. But every time they spell it, they say CANADA. And so people just mistook it, and that's how they misspelled the name. So anyways, I'm at over an hour. I'm going to end, especially after that joke. I got to end. And then I'll see you in just a few seconds. Assuming I don't run out of disk space here, we're going to keep going.